What are our top 5 Warhammer armies, and why are they there?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Top. We're talking about our top 5 factions in the 40k universe.
Yes. So
Yes.
this is based on many things. It's potentially lore, it's potentially models, cool characters, the range. So many things into it. So it's more broad than our Primarch series, and I will apologise to any Alpha Legion fans that we annoyed.
I apologise to no one, because there are opinions! Yeah, Alpha Legion fan, you have your opinions, but they're wrong, and there it is.
Well, there might be a few hot takes in this. So this is the first part of 2 videos. This is the top armies, and then in a follow-up video will be the bottom armies.
Bottom. Yeah, the bottom one is shorter.
Spicy.
The bottom is spicy, you're right. Yeah, I think it's obviously bound to rattle some people, both the top and the bottom, because everything's relative. But this is
You're allowed to like the armies that you like, and if you like the wrong ones, then
you're wrong. Yeah, so there it is. But yeah, so needless to say, we'll go from 5, 4, bronze, silver, gold, similar to what we did with the Primarchs. So yeah, number 5.
Oh, I'm going first.
Yeah, you go first. I went first last time.
So,
take it away.
Top 5. Number 5 for me is the Necrons.
How weird! 5 is Necrons for me! That's so weird!
Do you know why? Because Silent King, Void Dragon.
Is that it?
Oh, and everything else, like the lore behind them is all really cool. They're genuinely quite creepy.
Yeah.
The whole thing with them dying and...
Well, they got absolutely shafted by the Eldar and then got just sort of trapped and encapsulated in these horrible mechanical bodies.
It did really help that. So today I watched Pariah Nexus, and my god, Necrons are creepy.
Yeah.
Illuminor Cesaraz, or however you pronounce his name, the dude is just...
Yeah, super cool.
Is a wrong'un.
Yeah. Honestly, I think like Necrons for me are just like... I don't know. Imagine having like Terminator in the 40k universe and like Skynet, or even like the Matrix, the weird robots in the Matrix, just like what they'd sort of exist like. I don't think we've gone weird enough with the Necron range.
It's like good Terminator.
Gonna let that sit for a bit. But yeah, no, I think you can really make some disgustingly creepy kit bashes models.
Some of them you don't even need to, like flayed ones. That is some messed up nonsense.
But also they're like elite choices as well. Like, so for me, what's your? This is a nice touch. What's your top model in the range?
Void Dragon.
Void Dragon. No, that makes sense. Mine's Scorpec Destroyers.
Oh really?
I think they're sick. Like scuttlebugs with giant plasma swords.
Giant sticks.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Do you know what's really funny is it would have been the Silent King before I built it, because that was a horrible kit to build. Whereas the Void Dragon, you look at it on the box and you go, how does that thing go together? And then you put it together and you go, oh, this is clever.
Yeah.
The way the base elements all interlock, because you're like, well, hang on, these are going to be tiny connection points. They're not. Like the way the lightning goes together is brilliant.
Yeah. Very, very cool.
Very
cool army.
Number 4.
Well, it's back to you again.
No, you can go number 4, because I took your number 5.
Well, I suppose you did. So number 4 for me is Eldari.
Well, they got the wrong Eldar there. It should be Chikari, but you know.
No. Eldar are very, very cool. I think for me, they...
No, they're not. They're like budget Drakari with less stuff.
That's rude. Hang on. Drakari have less stuff than Eldar.
No, they've got spikes and...
That's not a stuff.
It is.
That's not stuff at all.
It's a stuff.
What are all the concept warriors? Like all of that.
Oh, bore off. Striking Scorpions. No, give me some bloody jet bike people. The
sexy whip ladies. That's what you like. S&M. Yeah. No, I think Eldar are really, really cool. I think they, as a race, they're almost like some of the OG races in Warhammer, and for me anyway, like some of their characters are very, very cool. Especially their range refresh is beautiful. Lore wise, I think there's some fantastic stories. Fulgrim being one of my favourite Horus Heresy books, his interaction with the Eldar and how he sort of falcon punches an avatar in the face, everything was just awesome. But yeah, I really, really like them.
I will concede that Magoo and Ra is a fantastic. Magoo and Ra.
Is it not Morgan Ra?
Magoo and Ra sounds cooler.
I like Magoo and Ra. Magoo and Ra. I want it spelled Magoo and Ra, and I want it on a t-shirt. Excellent stuff. Model in the range for Eldar. Obviously, Avatar of Cain. Next question.
Cool. Number 4, Tyrannids.
Tyranids?
as
Oh no, we're mispronouncing everything with Magoo and Ra, so Tyrannids is great.
Just bugs on roids.
Bugs on roids.
I had a Tyranid army when I was a kid. One of my favourite memories of doing Warhammer as a kid is I just painted up a 10-man. I think I might have told the story before. Painted up a 10-man tactical squad. I went along to the Games Workshop in Sutton Coldfield. And turn 1, they were absolutely pulled apart by gene stealers with rending claws, back when rending was a thing. And I went home and said, Mum, can I have a Tyranid battle force for my birthday?
I love nids.
I had a lot of them. Carnifexes were really cool.
You know what? I think lore-wise as well,
I like that there is no lore.
Isn't there?
There's
enough of them everywhere. They're just like smattering.
What I like is that they don't have a great deal of lore. They're mindless bugs. It's how they interact with everybody else. So you've got like the Tyrannic Wars with the Ultramarines. You've got got the Devastation of Baal. How they interact with those. They've got no complicated lore amongst them, if that makes sense. I'm the Hive Tyrant. You are not.
Yeah, I think it's like loose enough that you can just conceptualize what it would be. I think the overarching theme of the 40k universe specifically is like having the Imperium and everything that's going on in all of like the quadrants and sectors. Yeah. And then there's this giant purple cloud of a hive fleet outside it, floating in, ready to engulf the entire 40k universe as we know it. I think for me, they feel like the big bad enemy now. I think Chaos obviously have been in the sun for a very, very, very long time, like over 10,000 years. But
and they've done nothing in that time. Tyranids have made more. They've made more progress than Chaos ever did. They've eaten more stuff.
I don't know what it is about Tyranids, but they just feel threatening. Like really,
they're genuinely quite scary. Like in the 10th edition launch, the way that the Termagants they scuttle around is really creepy.
Little raptors. I think their relationship with sort of like
everyone almost.
Well, yeah, I think the example I was going to give was around like scouting planets with gene stealers and creating a cult like a mining hive.
Don't go derailing my number 4 with the B-Tech gene stealer cults.
No. I'm not derailing them with them. It's the concept of Tyranids fooling an entire planet, and then they're like, oh, our saviors are coming, only to be consumed as biomass.
Yeah,
I think it's sick. I think nailed it with that.
Favourite kit?
Oh yeah,
Norn Emissary. Before that, which was obviously a few weeks back, I don't know what I would pick actually. Probably Carnifex, because that was like the first big thing I saw in 40k. I was like, I need one of them.
It's like the OG, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, I think that's the OG for me. I had 2 or 3 of them in my army as a kid.
Plot twist: hate the Forge World models.
Yeah, the Herajul is weird.
Rubbish.
Hierophant's not bad. It looks kind of like a normal Tyranid, but the Herajul and the other thing, they're just a bit weird.
Yeah, don't buy it. Don't get it.
Top 3s.
Top 3. Bronze.
Who's your bronze?
Bronze for me, Black Templars.
Oh, I forgot they existed.
Oh. That's not a good thing at all. How did you forget?
I don't know, but I've got an army of them now, haven't I? Pretty much. Oh, God.
Oh, you've messed up. Yeah, Black Templars for me are my undisputed favourite thing about Space Marines. The idea of some, like, gruesome, like, Crusader squad, like, on this just, like, eternal voyage through space. Be like, do you like the Emperor? And they're like, who's the Emperor? And they're like, die, heretic! Just as, like, a concept of them just absolutely decimating anyone. It's definitely for me the dark side of the Imperium, which I love because I think the Imperium's very like goody two shoes and like, oh, we're gonna do
only on Gilliman's side.
The worst side, as you'll see in my bottom 5.
Okay. You're wrong, but okay.
Yeah, no, hate it. Yeah, I think some of the characters, some of the models, they're phenomenal. I think the Black Templar range is absolutely the best Space Marine faction range available.
That I will concede.
Yeah,
they're
beautiful.
not my favourite Space Marine chapter, but their range is definitely the best.
Yeah, absolutely love it. I think for me, my favourite model from the Black Templars. Oh, also Hell's Reach. What a book! If you haven't read that yet, go do it because it's phenomenal. Grimaldus and High Marshal Helbrecht. Wicked characters. Grimaldus is a bit of a G. Sort of carries the whole planet on his back. Love it.
I haven't read it. I've got it. I've got it in book form.
Mate, do it. Just do it. Favourite model in the range? Absolutely, undisputedly, High Marshal Helbrecht.
Sigismund, you mean?
For you. What's your number 3?
Chaos Space Marines.
Ooh, plot twist. Okay.
It was originally going to be World Eaters purely because the Khorne Berserker kit, the new one, is brilliant. But I couldn't give it to them because I'm not a massive fan of World Eaters in general. I think that's more the Horus Heresy kind of era that I'm not a fan of. So I give it to the normal Chaos Space Marines because you've got some brilliant flavour in there. You've got Lord Disco, you've got the Trim Chicken, Heldrake, which is just mental. You've got Dark Commune, there's so much flavour and there's so much cool kits around there.
There's a lot of flexibility.
There really is. And there's no need to talk about how cool the lore is for Chaos Space Marines.
What are your favourite legions in Chaos Space Marines, out of interest?
Black Legion.
Yeah.
Emperor's Children.
Yeah.
World Eaters.
Nice. Spicy. Love that.
That's only for 40k though. Because World Eaters has been like, as you've seen in our Prime video, World Eaters in that Horus Heresy era, like,
yeah. I'll be honest, like, World Eaters still don't do it for me in 40k either.
It's the models that really bring them up for me.
Yeah, like, some of them are really great. I think they are phenomenal to paint. I just think because I know what World Eaters are and what they do and what they sort of embody, I'm just like, just don't do it. Just don't get it. Favourite model in the range?
That's a tough one.
It's a tough one because it's an enormous range.
I can't remember half the stuff that's in it. Lord Disco.
Lord Disco. Nice. Very, very cool.
Your number 2s.
How dare you? My number 2 is the Tau Empire. I love it. I love it so much. And I'll be honest, it's like a fairly new venture as well.
Before you painted what, 4 models?
Yeah, I painted 4 models. I'm an absolutely plastic fan. But yeah, so since the start of the year, I have just deep dived. I mean, like, I'm at the top of a cliff and just gone. Absolutely love it. I think it's phenomenal. I think as far as the models are concerned, I think they certainly need a refresh in some elements, but the concept of the auxiliaries, all the battle toots, the ethereals being super weird and shifty, Commander Farsight is just the absolute boy, and yeah, absolutely love it.
Quite impressive there about Farsight.
Oh, love him. Oh, I love him. I think it's so cool. So since reading the 2 Farsight books, the Shadow Sun book, some other ones as well, I think they are a really interesting legion because their lack of lore as well. I think the ethereals, as I've just obviously mentioned, they're super shifty. They have some plan going on. I don't know what it is, but I really want it to come to fruition soon. Farsight's gone, that's wrong, binned them off. Shadow Sun, I feel like, is slowly going there as well. Yeah, I think, yeah.
Favourite model?
It's Farsight, isn't it? Come on. Anything. What is this fly? Get out of here. Yeah, Farsight for sure. Absolutely love him to bits. What's your thoughts on Tau?
We won't go there.
Are they for your bottom 5?
You have to wait and find out.
Excellent.
My number 2.
Okay.
Dark Angels.
At 2?
At 2.
At 2?
At 2.
What? Oh, this is so exciting. Okay, well, I could have put money on that yours would be 1. But why are they 2?
Lion is my boy.
You said that in like such a like teenage dream,
He
fairy
is.
tale.
He's just the best with a sword. He's the best at not reading a room and just going,
I don't know what I think is right.
The kits are brilliant. Like the old Deathwing Terminator kit was fantastic. I'm excited to see what happens with that with the new scale Terminators. The Raven Wing, I'm not so keen on. Maybe it's because the models are really old now.
Yeah, I think
there's a lot of fine cast hell there.
If they're going to do a Dark Angels range refresh, you can guarantee it's going to be some of the best Space Marine models out there.
Oh, it's easily even like the Dark Talon and things like that. The bits, although they're not great kits now, but the bits that are stuck on to make them Dark Angel Z are really cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they are my favourite Space Marine Legion chapter. Just you're slowly coming around to my way of thinking because you read Fallen Angels, didn't you? What a book that is!
Oh no, Descent of Angels.
Sorry.
Descent of Angels. That's
Descent of Angels, the first one.
Yeah, first one. I have a newfound respect for Dark Angels for sure. They are very, very cool. I'm unsure about the Lion in that one, but because I've read him later down the line, I know he gets so much better.
Have you done Fallen Angels yet?
Not yet.
Oh, you're in for some. It's gonna question your moral compass, I swear.
So at the end of Descent of Angels, they all turn around and go, "Where's Luther?" And it's like, bam, bam, bam. I think he's really cool. I think Luther is really cool.
You're follow that whole arc through. They've got the best Horus Heresy books in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm excited. Favorite model in the range?
The Lion.
The Lion, for sure. Lion of
Not
Farsight.
even no question.
Lion of Farsight.
Just a beautiful model. Really fun to paint. Hard to paint, as you'd expect from a kit that's a Primarch. I don't think I can say any more.
I'll be honest, man. I think you nailed it. I think you absolutely smashed it.
I'm going to guess your number one. CSM.
Absolutely
Chaos Space
right.
Marines.
Chaos Boys in space. Chaos Space Marines are a weird one for this because obviously we were splitting up
our
Space Marine Legions.
Yeah, our rule before this was it was anyone that had a 9th edition codex.
Yeah.
That was what you could pick as an army because otherwise you can get right into the weeds and
for sure. And I think Chaos Space Marines for me, lore-wise, model-wise, all-round feel is just pure heresy, zealotry, disgusting. It's lush. It is absolutely lush, and I think because they have such a variety of flavour, and in contrast to like your normal Space Marines, like Space Marines have like a theme, whereas your Chaos Space Marines have a theme, and there's like real like nitty gritty like pros cons to absolutely everything. And I think there are some specific legions that I absolutely adore. The Night Lords are right up there for me. If you haven't read the Night Lords Aaron Dembski-Bowden books,
I haven't.
Oh, please, I encourage you because they are wonderful. They've got some of the best characters. So Abaddon is phenomenal. Huron Blackheart, super cool. I kind of liked what they were doing with Ashtor. I feel like they ruined it a bit, but their relationship with Chaos Demons, their relationships with the Chaos Gods, they have, they're just so good. And I feel like it can only get better with them as well. If we've got Emperor's Children around the corner, we still haven't had like full, any sort of like ranges for things like Iron Warriors or Night Lords or who else? Like Red Corsairs, Word Bearers. The way that the Chaos Space Marine lore is going, I would be very surprised if we don't get a Huron model very soon. I can anticipate a Tyranid and Red Corsair themed box, whether it's Kill Team or something in the not too far future.
That's left field.
Well, I think so in the Tyranid book, the new codex, so what happened at the Devastation of Baal is where like half the Tyranid force just essentially got sucked up and then got dumped on the other side of space, and then they essentially came out and Huron Blackheart was like what the and then they just went and just like utterly decimated each other, which is super cool.
Favorite model
super hard.
Countdown.
I don't know. I think it has
You
to
have
be,
to pick one.
I think it has to be a bad one, but
Oh, really?
yeah,
Oh, boring.
I think it is boring, isn't it?
You could have gone with warp talons. You could have
Well,
gone.
the thing is, I ruin every kit they make. I'm just like, this is cool. Snap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's really hard. Demon Rust. There, I said it.
you can't pick your own.
I can and I will. What's your favourite?
What, my number one?
Your number one.
Have a guess.
I don't know. I thought Dark Angels was going to be one.
You really got no idea?
Oh, it's Drakari, isn't it?
No.
Oh, who is it?
Chaos Knights. They are.
What?
This is probably more on a model basis, to be honest.
Yeah.
But their kits are so cool. I've done a few. The War Dogs kit is so good. It's got so much flavour in it. The Abominant kit that's now got 3 knights in it. So much just stuff to stick to them, and they're really cool to repose, like I've done with mine. But I love building. I love painting them. I would have probably put Imperial Knights like 6 or 7.
Really?
I just love the Knight kits.
Okay.
They are just brilliant. There's so much fluff that you can put on them because you can create your own fancy houses that
Fancy houses?
Fancy houses. I don't know what that was.
This is a mansion.
Yeah, they're
Very cool.
fallen knight houses. There's like some of the dread blades are just.
Yeah, sick.
It's
I'll
funny
be-
that it's not really on the lore perspective, I think, but it's just how cool the models look on tabletop. How the paint jobs that you can do to them, the fun you can have with making them your own. Yeah, they're just. I think they're my favourite range.
That came out of nowhere. I would never have guessed that.
Always keep them surprised. Keep them guessing. I'm an enigma.
You
I'm like that. I'm like Moss from the IT. I'm the human shadow.
I finally understand that reference. Excellent. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
that wraps up our.
What's your favourite model from the range?
Well, they've only got 2. They've only got 2
that's
kits.
true.
It would have to be the Knight Rampager, which is
Is that the close combat one?
the close combat one that you shot the bejesus out of, and it hasn't actually ever done anything. But it's my favourite one.
Yeah.
Again, well, you picked yours. I'm going to go with mine. I really like the way I managed to get some motion through that back leg. Like doesn't get that he's a massive thing just charging through things.
No concept of how big he is.
Yeah, let us know in the comments.
In the comments, what's your top 5?
Top 5 favourite kit. Maybe just do top 3 if you
Favourite
don't
models?
have 5
all the
favourite
rest?
models.
Yeah, would really love to know. And if you think our hot takes are hot takes and actual rubbish, let us know. Expecting some margin of hate on the Tau comment.
Tau shouldn't be there, so.
Yeah, you're wrong. But yeah.
Oh, you're about to find out why I'm right.
Oh,
Catch us in the next one for the worst ones.
The worst 5. Goodness me.